Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 30 of The Watcher. I promised you wouldn't have to wait quite as long for the next installment, and here we are. Not that long, right? Alright, let's check the world rankings quick before we go. The top end of 2015. Let's go to the pound for pound. None of our guys appear on the pound for pound rankings, but they do in fact start appearing on the heavyweight world rankings. We'll go top to bottom. Alex O'Reilly, currently 7th in the world. Got a fight scheduled against Cain Velasquez for the title, again. Didn't go so well the last two times, but we'll see. Bobby Braxton right behind him in 8th, and Ron Francis Jr. in 9th. George Joe coming in 12th, ready for his next fight. And then we go down to 23rd for Billy Willie, and 24th for the one Bruno Guimas. So that is 6 of our guys in the top 25 heavyweights in the world. It's pretty good, guys. There's only 12 total? So, we'll take that. Anyway, let's sim and I'll catch you at the next fight. We got a lot of them this week. Or this month. This episode. Yeah, you get the picture. And we didn't have to wait long at all. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada for Bellator 54, Nakahara versus Ferreira. But what we're really here for is a second fight on the main card. Jack Duplessis versus Damian Grabowski. What a name, Grabowski. Apologies to all my Polish viewers. Oh, there you go. Polish Pitbull, Damian Grabowski versus Jack Duplessis. The biceps are so much. Alright, Jack is a minus 330 favorite. Grabowski a 260 underdog. 10-2 record for Grabowski. Jack a 15-5 record. Spent most of his career in Japan. Jack did before jumping over to the States. Yeah. In fact, this is only his third fight in the States. He has gone 1-1 so far, TKOing Kenny Garner, and then getting UD'd by Brock Lesnar. He was looking to bounce back against the Polish Pitbull. Submission wrestling versus normal wrestling. Let's see how it goes. Let's get into it. Mark Goddard, your referee today. Those are your judges. Doesn't really matter. Into number 1. Oh, they refuse to touch gloves. A lot of bad blood here. Jab and a right hook. Duplessis lands a 1-2. And Grabowski hits the right hook. Most guys, even though they're wrestlers, kind of standing on their feet. Oh, great right hook from Jack. Both guys wrestlers, but content to stay on their feet and exchange bombs here. Jack with a great right hook again. Jack definitely landing at a better clip here. Or roughly equivalent at the very least. 2 minutes left in the first round. Jack with another nice right hook. Again, these guys are just coming together, throwing those hands, backing off. Grabowski nails it. A strong right cross, though, getting a little bit tired. Minute left. Jack with the left. Grabowski with the 1-2. It's going to be very close in this first range. Ooh, right cross for each. Ooh, nice right hook from Jack. Counter hook there. And Jack nails a right cross to end the first round. Great round. Very exciting. We're going to look at it. Looks like Jack got the better of it. 7 power punches that round. That's the chin of Grabowski is going to start falling apart if he keeps eating big right hands from Jack like that. Great round. Very exciting. They're going to say it goes to Jack. I would agree. Let's get into round number 2 here. Grabowski with a jab. Jack with 2 jabs. Oh, big hit. Jack knocks him down. He's pounding, ground and pound. Grabowski's getting destroyed. The referee's got to step in. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Jack ended. Oh, we got to go back to that one. So, we'll go to the finish here. Grabowski hits that jab. Jack lands. So there's 2 quick left jabs. And as Grabowski's moving his head to the left, Jack hits a huge right cross. Grabowski's shook. Another right from Jack there. An uppercut this time. Starts to absolutely unload on him on the ground. Grabowski's getting destroyed. The referee jumps in. Jack absolutely added some extra punches, even though Grabowski was done for. But that's Jack for you. No one is surprised. Fans not happy. Doesn't matter because the W goes to Jack Duplessis, rising to 16-5 in his career. 2-1 in Bellator so far. Damian Grabowski dropping to 10-3. I actually have no idea how many fights he's had in Bellator. Let's look. A lot. He was the champion at one point. Wow. That was a long time ago. But good for him. before losing to Josh Barnett, who has had a death grip on that title ever since. All right. Well, anyway, congratulations, Jack. Let's move on to our next fight. All right, got a little bit of news. I should mention that Jack Duplessis did call out Brock Lesnar for a rematch. He lost the first fight to Lesnar by unanimous decision. Our mail of the week is all hate mail. After Jack Duplessis added a lot of extra punches on the end of his fight with Grabowski, all of Grabowski's teammates hate him now. So that includes Landsberg, Grease Kunez. That's an interesting one right there. So Grease Kunez now hates Jack Duplessis for adding those extra punches. A little watcher-on-watcher hate there. Baroni, Musasi, yeah. Weichel, Drivell, Overeem. Ooh, Alistair Overeem. Sulev. Not some, Jan Blachowicz. Basically everyone in Poland hates Jack Duplessis now. So someone please make me a poster that just says Jack Duplessis hated in Poland. I would love to see it. That's all the news. Little bit of news as we slip into February here. Grease Kunez has been booked to face young Francis Ngannou. Oh, lordy. Francis has gone 2-1 in his young professional career. He's 28 years old. He has beaten Juan Espino, Curtis Blades, and then lost to Thiago Big Monster in September. He will be facing off with the Onion Grease Kunez, the German fighter. 5-3, similar places in their career, I think. Both guys looking to climb the K1 Heroes ladder. Onion is actually 7 years younger than him. So that should be a good one. Missed when that show was. It is in April. We will catch it on this episode. And we are in Kanto, Japan for Pride Bushido 18, headlined by Ron Francis Jr. versus Sergey Kharitonov. Let's get straight to it. And by get straight to it, I mean sit here through all the prelims loading. Great, here we are. Ron Francis Jr., a minus 400 favorite. Look at that, 15-2 record. Quietly building up the best record of this entire save, I think. Look at that. He's lost to Alexander Emelianenko in February 2012, and then before that he hadn't lost since July 2007. Like, that's crazy. He's doing quite well for himself. So, he's facing off with Sergey Kharitonov, a much more modest 23-9 record. Sergey is a familiar face. He did knock out Fedor to win the title, which is crazy, but then has since dropped 2 fights to Verdum. He previously showed up in this fight having beaten Eric Fonga. I thought he had showed up one time before that, but I could be wrong. Let me see. Nope, guess that's it. Kharitonov, terrifying man. The man who knocked out Eric Fonga. Maybe more than would have done that by now, I don't know. But the point being, he is 23-9, former champion, coming off a title fight loss. A win for Ron Francis Jr. absolutely should put him in contention for a fight with Verdum. Let's get straight into it. Ron Francis Jr., a huge favorite. Canada versus Russia, and we're fighting in Japan. God bless MMA. Here comes the fight. Francis Jr., 25 pounds heavier, shoots in for a takedown immediately. Kharitonov is in guard. Francis Jr. trying to get some punches, going for that leg lock now. Kharitonov keeps his guard tight. Francis tries to pass instead, gets into half guard now. Tries to prise leg free. Oh, and they scramble now. Ron Francis Jr. gets on his back. He gets the hooks in. Is he going to go for the rear naked choke? There he does. He's going for it. Kharitonov has to tap. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission, Ron Francis Jr. 3 minutes, 35 seconds. There wasn't much to it. He took him down. He tried to submit, didn't work. Passed into, tried to pass into full guard, or passed into mount. And they scramble, and Kharitonov gives him his back, and that's it. Unbelievable. The crowd are on their feet here in Kanto. Ron Francis Jr. looking like the clear #1 contender to the Pride Heavyweight Championship. He just beat a former champ in 3 minutes. So congratulations, Ron Francis Jr. 16-2 career record. That's impressive. That's very impressive. A little bit of news here. Ron Francis Jr. is coming to the end of his Pride contract. Will he re-sign and hopefully get a title shot, or will he take the offer from Bellator? where obviously we have a lot of guys in Bellator right now. Their heavyweight roster, let's check their heavyweight rankings, shall we, is strong. Look at that. Barnett, Joe, Lesnar, Jack's already there. Damian Gabrowski is there if you want to see him get beat up again. We got some guys near the very top of Bellator, and Ron Francis Jr. would absolutely be right there at the top. He has never fought for Bellator. He jumped the ocean from Elite XC to Pride and has never looked back. He also won. I forgot he won this one-night Grand Prix against Antonio Rogero Noguera, Carl Bedorf, and Marcos Rogerio de Lima. And I apologize to anyone who's Latin American that I just butchered a name. I really am. But Ron Francis Jr. wins and now has a choice, Pride or Bellator. We are back in Kanto for K1 Heroes, Chapter 60. Bobby Braxton and Heath Herring is our featured fight on this episode. 40-14 for Herring. They have fought twice and they have won once each. Herring is the favorite to take this third one. 9th and 10th ranked heavyweights in the world. Braxton 16-5, 10-2 K1 Heroes. Obviously one of those losses coming to Heath Herring. The main event is for the title. Czech Congo and Mark Hunt fighting for the first time in 4 years. Czech Congo the favorite to take the win, but Mark Hunt is the champion. We'll see how that goes. And probably this Herring versus Braxton trilogy bout is a title contender match, I would say. They're at that level. But before we get to any of that, let's figure out how our boy Bobby the Bruiser Braxton does against the Texas Crazy Horse Heath Herring. I got 10 minutes in the first round. Herring a minus 330 favorite. Wrestling versus kickboxing. Bobby would like to keep this one on the feet. He beat Herring by unanimous decision. By split decision, then lost to him by unanimous decision. In the meantime, Herring went ahead and lost the title to Mark Hunt. But Braxton is certainly looking to get... Both guys would love to get themselves another crack at Mark Hunt or whoever comes out of this as the champion. But let's get straight into it. I'm talking too much. John McCarthy, your referee today. Your ringside judges exist. Herring is much bigger than Braxton. Let's get underway. Two fighters touching gloves now. They've already had 30-ish minutes of fighting each other. Let's see if they've learned anything. Braxton with a leg kick. Herring tries for a quick high kick, staying on the feet so far. Herring checks the low kick. Can't get any punches past Braxton's guard. Braxton clips him with a high kick, but nothing serious. Lands a low kick there. Left hand to the body from Herring. Definitely a kickboxing match so far. Braxton with a crunching kick to the thigh, trying to cut down Herring. Herring is limping already. It might be working. He's got a lot of fighting left to do. Checks the leg kick and gets a left hook in, though. Braxton tries for the low kick. Checks again. Braxton definitely showing his game plan. Cutting down Herring. Right hand from Herring, though. Herring's winning the battle, but will he win the war? Lands a left cross, but he's limping badly. Counterattacks with a right hand now. Quick exchange of strikes. Braxton needs to go back to that leg kick well. Herring with the left hand. Oh, head kick from Braxton. Herring's knocked down. Braxton ground and pound. Herring manages to cover up, though. Braxton missed the opportunity to finish, but he definitely has done some damage. Herring is into full guard now. Braxton probably does not want to be on the ground there. Herring clips him with an elbow. Braxton did not want to get submitted here. Herring tries for the arm, though. Braxton pops it out and gets into side control. Wow, what a move. Excellent round by Herring. I would say that, excellent round by Braxton. I'd say he's winning so far. He landed 47 ground strikes, a head kick, some strong leg kicks. Herring's probably not in good shape now. I'd say Braxton is definitely in the lead right now. He just needs to stay on his feet, not get submitted, land a few more leg kicks. But I'm not his coach. The Abiane Kala Club is his coach, so I'll let them handle it. I'm just here to commentate. 5 minutes. Two fighters moving in to engage. 2 punches absorbed. Herring doesn't connect with the right hand. Trading leather now. Braxton starting to tire maybe just a little bit. Right hand from Herring. Right hook from Braxton. Good shot. Glancing high kick from Braxton again. Braxton definitely... Oh, wicked head kick! Herring's knocked down again! Braxton moves to the ground and pound. Braxton goes to the armbar! Herring blocks it. Herring into half guard now. Maybe grappling with Herring wasn't the best plan. Scrambling for position now. Herring pulls half guard. Braxton pounding away now with more grounding strikes. Herring shrimp out into full guard. Body-to-body contact. Glancing blow from an elbow strike. Braxton just trying to survive and not get submitted. That's the end of the fight. Round 2 there. Braxton with the power punch. Herring hit one power jab and one ground jab, but Braxton hit a head kick that knocked him down. A jab kick to the leg. 4 strong ground strikes. 20 jab ground strikes. And a pass. That, in my opinion, these men have fought for 45 minutes, and it is never boring. Here's your official decisions. All 3 judges have given it to your winner by unanimous decision, Bobby the Bruiser Braxton. He moves to 17-5 on his career, closes the chapter on Herring, wins the Trilogy bout, split decision, unanimous decision the other way, and now a unanimous decision for Bobby Braxton. That is what you call a rivalry, ladies and gentlemen. Braxton proves the odds makers wrong by taking the win here. Herring falls to 40 wins, 15 losses. Unbelievable. The fight was rated decent, but I had a lot of fun. 67 ground strikes for Bobby Braxton there. Some violent head kicks that put Heath Herring down and put away any chance of him getting a win by decision. That is one heck of a fight by Bobby Braxton. Congratulations to him. And some news. Bobby Braxton is coming to the end of his K1 Heroes contract. Bellator want him as well. Ron Francis Jr. is staying with Pride. And Anderson has been booked to face Stefan Struve at UFC Fight Night 16. That will be in May, so next episode. And apparently, Melendez and Masvidal are fighting for the 4th time on that one. Sure. Stefan Struve, we know him from losing in an attempt to beat George Joe for the Cage Rage titles, as so many others did. He then had a stint in K1 Heroes and has been 2-2 in the UFC so far. He'll be facing Anderson. The 9-8 fighter with a 1-1 record in UFC so far. Not sure how he got into UFC, but hey, God bless him. And anyway, Bobby Braxton has the choice between staying in Japan or heading to Bellator, same as Ron Francis did. Ron Francis has chosen to stay with Pride. I am hoping that means a title shot for our boy. Alright, a little bit of news here. Bobby Braxton has extended his deal with K1 Heroes. Both of our Japanese-based superstars staying loyal to their home organization. Alright, a little bit of news here as we head into March. Second week of March. We're getting flying by. 2 fights booked. Bruno Guimas will be facing Junior Dos Santos at Strikeforce. Dos Santos versus Guimas. And you can see just under, Earl Mo will be facing Brandon Lee Hinkle. Junior Dos Santos versus Bruno Guimas will be a title fight. They've never fought before, and they're saying Junior is the big favorite. The fight will be in this May, but we know better. Obviously, the one is the one who will take down Bruno Guimas, or take down Junior Dos Santos. Earlier, Big Sexy will face Brandon Lee Hinkle, 41 years old. They fought before 8 years ago in 2007. Earl Mo was a colossal favorite, and I guess they're just trying to keep Earl busy in between. I don't know. Like I said, they haven't fought in a long time. It just seems weird. On like a 3-fight winning streak, he gets a kind of a gimme opponent against Brandon Lee Hinkle. Although we know there's no such thing as a free win in this game. Regardless, those are 2 fights booked. Bruno Guimas versus Junior Dos Santos for the title. And Earl Mo versus Brandon Lee Hinkle for bragging rights, I guess. Most of those fights will be in May, next episode. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are in Florida. Miami, Florida, for UFC 143, Velasquez versus O'Reilly, the 3rd chapter. Just because Velasquez won the first 2 chapters doesn't mean that this time will be the same. Probably. I believe. Cain Velasquez, 16-0, minus 130. Alex the Maverick O'Reilly, 19-5. The only losses in the past 5 years from him have both come against Cain. Once for non-title, once for the title, both by decision. We can hope for the best, for sure. I believe. Alex the Maverick O'Reilly, hailing from Dublin. Cain Velasquez, a Yuma, Arizona native. Wrestling versus mixed martial arts. Can Alex do it? Well, let's find out. O'Reilly is looking to be the first UFC heavyweight champion of the Watchers, save of our guys, of course. Round 1 begins. Two guys touch gloves. They've fought for 40 minutes now. What can they learn? Wrestling in the over-under clinch. Velasquez into the dominant position. Big knee to the body. Pitting O'Reilly against the cage, or trying. Doesn't allow it. Velasquez is stuck against the cage now. Hard foot stomp. Now, again, the hard foot stomp. Just a lot of, he's just stomping on the feet repeatedly. Some dirty boxing up against the cage. Velasquez cannot get out. His little punches. Herb Dean separates them. O'Reilly clinches now. Tries for the takedown. Doesn't get it. Velasquez blocks it and then pins O'Reilly up against the cage. Maybe. He's out-wrestled now. O'Reilly tries for the takedown again. No dice. Some back and forth wrestling there. Looks like O'Reilly actually had the better of it. We'll call that an O'Reilly round win, I think. Good for him. He didn't win very many rounds the first 2 fights, so let's see what he can do here. Tries to pin Velasquez against the cage. Velasquez gets into the foot position, or dominant position now. Tries for the takedown. Doesn't get it. O'Reilly's controlling the grappling now. Velasquez stuck against the cage. Some dirty boxing there, but O'Reilly's reversed. Drives to the takedown. Big takedown now. Velasquez into side control. Some elbow strikes there, trying for the pull guard. Nothing doing. 1 minute left. Velasquez trying some big shots. Nothing there. O'Reilly can't get his guard. And that is the end of the round. Definitely a Velasquez round there. Just had so much ground control during that and hit the takedown. So we'll call it even. Round number 3. Remember, 5-round title fight here in the main event of UFC 143. Velasquez gets a knee to the body from the clinch. Tries to pin O'Reilly up against the cage. O'Reilly says absolutely not and neither can pin the other. Until now, O'Reilly's pinned down, tries to go for the takedown. O'Reilly into guard now. Velasquez throwing some elbows. O'Reilly trying to hit some strikes from guard. Nothing really going on there. Velasquez has a few punches. O'Reilly hits him with a few. They're really just hitting back and forth. But again, O'Reilly's on top. The judges are going to take that. Or Velasquez is on top. The judges are going to take that as a Velasquez domination. O'Reilly gets into a dominant position, though. Tries to put Velasquez up against the cage, and he can't. And that is the end of round 3. It is a pretty boring round, but again, with the time on top on the ground, Velasquez is going to win that one. Round number 4 now. O'Reilly, if they're not going to finish, O'Reilly needs to win. O'Reilly is absolutely exhausted. He falls for another takedown now. O'Reilly is stuck on the ground. Nothing really going on. He's not getting much damage done at all. Neither guy's really doing a lot of damage, but Velasquez is such a dominant grappler. Oh, he gets mount now. O'Reilly's landing elbows from mount. Oh no, O'Reilly gives up his back now. Velasquez taking the back. Is he going to try to get his hooks in? Not yet. O'Reilly's gassed, but Velasquez just trying to finish with punches. No dice there, but I mean, absolute domination on the ground for Cain Velasquez there. O'Reilly will need a finish in round 5, or he goes 0-3 against Cain Velasquez. Brutal. Now, I don't know if O'Reilly's got the gas tank to get the finish here, but we can try. He's attacking the strikes now. Velasquez 2 left hands on the counter. Okay, O'Reilly moving closer. Velasquez probably wants to try to get into the clinch here. He's slowing down a little bit, but open striking does not benefit Velasquez in any way, shape, or form. O'Reilly with a jab. 4 quick jabs and a nice right hook for Velasquez. Can't get a takedown going. It's a nice leg kick, though. Velasquez 2 counter lefts. O'Reilly misses with the 1-2. Tries a quick punch, but misses. Velasquez switches his stance into southpaw. Halfway through the final round, O'Reilly needs a finish here. Velasquez fired off the counter jab. Misses with strikes. He's gassed, but he's got 2 minutes to get something. Oh, head kick from Velasquez. Oh, Cain Velasquez knocks him out cold. Oh. Brutal. Velasquez so O'Reilly throws a huge combo. Velasquez dodges all of it. Then lands 2 punches and a left head kick. O'Reilly's rocked, and then Velasquez goes with a big left hand and knocks him out cold. Brutal ending to the fight for Alex O'Reilly. I mean, if you look at the stats, it wasn't so bad standing, but on the ground, Cain absolutely embarrassed him. You hate to see it, but Alex's fight plan could not adapt for the dominant force that is Cain Velasquez. He's now 17-0. O'Reilly falls to 19-6. Brutal. All right, here's some news. Alex O'Reilly is coming to the end of his UFC contract. He's entered the renegotiation period. There's really no reason why the UFC wouldn't want to re-sign him. He wins nearly all his fights and has only lost in the UFC to Mike Whitehead, Frank Mir, Cain Velasquez. All of those are champions. Yes, Mike Whitehead won the championship. It's sickening, I know. But he wins. He puts on decent to good shows all of the time. Why would you not want to keep him? However, O'Reilly has come up against the wall that is Cain Velasquez. Who's to say he wouldn't want to jump the ocean and go to Pride? Right? Pride's champion right now. It's Fabricio Verdum, okay? He's coming off some good fights. That's a new stylistic matchup, right? Somebody that you haven't tried and failed to beat 3 times. Or maybe he stays in the States, goes to Bellator. Bellator obviously would love to have someone like him, and we've got guys there too. Josh Barnett is the champion there. Maybe Alex is a better matchup against him. I don't know. Strikeforce also throwing their hat in the ring. I don't think it's likely that he goes there to try to fight Junior Dos Santos. But you never know, I guess. He could give it a shot. I feel like that would be a down step for him. Really, it's Pride or stay, in my opinion. But Bellator, sure, it's an interesting option. We will have to see what O'Reilly decides to do, but it is up to him. All right, a little bit of news here. The decision's been made. Alex O'Reilly is staying with the UFC. Not shocked, but it's good to know. And we are in Canto again. Pride 95. Big implications for the Watcher save here as LeVar Johnson and Fabricio Verdum are going head-to-head over the Pride Heavyweight Championship. They've never fought before. We will see what happens. Setting the target for the championship, but trying to win tonight's battle. Billy Willie versus Daniel Cormier. Cormier, holy smokes, has appeared in the fight before, having beaten Jack Duplessis back in July of 2012. Cormier versus Billy Willie. Let's see how it goes. Look at those two hunks. Billy Willie, 13-4 record, master of Thug Jitsu, hailing from Little Rock, Arkansas, where Daniel Cormier is a wrestler hailing from Lafayette, Louisiana. Battle of the Deep South, and again, they're in Japan. Why not? Cormier, 7-1 record, Billy Willie, 13-4. Billy Willie, a -260 favorite. 28 years old versus the 35-year-old Cormier, and Billy Willie outweighs him by 35 pounds. Let's get into it, shall we? John McCarthy refereeing here, 10-minute first round. Here we go. Two guys engaging now. Left kick to the rib cage for Billy Willie. Left jab and a low kick. Cormier going for the takedown now. Willie's got a pulled guard. How is Thug Jitsu going to deal with this? Willie tries to grab the arm. Cormier says no. Cormier maybe a little concerned to get himself out there too much because Willie's keep going for those arm bars. Tries another one. Cormier trying to figure stuff out here. Willie's going to get this arm one of these days. He's got 3 of them now. Referee stands him back up. Cormier goes for the takedown immediately. Willie's into guard. 5 minutes down in the first round. Cormier, some very weak punches, smothering him now. Willie goes for the arm again. Cormier fends him off. 0 for 4 on the arm bar, but you only need 1. Cormier, 2 minutes left now, trying to get some stuff. Lack of progress. They stand him back up. Willie with the right cross. Hits him with a body kick, trying to win back some control in this round. Cormier grabs him, hits him with a knee strike, then tries to scoop him up for a slam. He slams Billy Willie and then tries to pound on him, but the round expires before he can. What a... wow. I mean, that was crazy. Daniel Cormier, 3 for 3, including a slam, 1 strong knee, and 48 ground strikes. Billy Willie, 2 jabs, 2 jab kicks, and 2 ground strike jabs. 0 for 4 in submissions. But all you got to get is 1 arm bar, and then the fight's over. It's Thug Jitsu for you. Back underway. 2 fighters engaging now. Willie dodges 5 punches, but misses 2 of his own. Right cross by Cormier. 4 minutes now. Willie moves in closer. Left jab, but misses with a right leg kick. Then hits a couple more punches. Cormier throws some, but lands a body kick. Leg kick to Cormier now, tiring somewhat. Cormier go for the takedown attempt. Willie gets taken down again. He really needs to work on his takedown defense. Cormier just trying to slow it down. Willie going for the underhooks. Cormier trying to pass now. They scramble. Cormier on top of the north-south position. Willie trying to get out, but no dice. Round 2 ends with Cormier on top. Better round from Billy Willie, but not excellent. He is definitely losing this fight, if you had to ask me. Final round, round 3. Willie moving in. Left jab and a right head kick. Coming in closer. He's going to need a knockout here. Tries 3 punches. Shortening up the range, Billy Willie. Willie takes the initiative. Hits a left jab, but misses a big right hand. Another left jab. Cormier finally gets a hold of him. Hits him with a big knee strikes. Probably going to be going for the takedown here. Oh, how about another slam? Willie passes guard, or goes guard. They scramble. Still scrambling. Willie underneath in north-south. Willie trying to get free, but he can't. Cormier goes for the north-south choke. Blocks it. Into side control for Cormier now. In the final minute of the round. Willie trying to pull guard. Cormier hitting the right hands, but can't do much damage. That is the end of the fight. There really wasn't anything for Billy Willie in this one. He needed to either block a takedown or get one of those submissions that he attempted. He did neither, and all 3 judges will give the fight to Daniel Cormier. Billy Willie drops to 13-5. Daniel Cormier gets the upset and moves to 8-1 in his career. He just out-wrestled Billy Willie flat out. Billy Willie didn't put enough thug in the thug jitsu today, and it was all over. Not much more to say than that. Congratulations to Daniel Cormier, I guess. Sad news this morning as Billy Willie has been cut from the Pride roster. Will have to ply his trade elsewhere. He's got a good career record, but in Pride he ended up going 3 wins, 4 losses. Just not what Pride was looking for when they signed him at 10-1. He's now 13-5, so it's just not what they were looking for, I think. Hopefully he can maybe come back across the pond to the States. He was an Elite XC heavyweight champion in California. He was the King of the Cage champion in the UK. I'm not even sure they still have a heavyweight division. He was fought 2 fights in Strikeforce. I think there's still a place for Billy Willie, for sure. Hopefully he can bounce back. We'll see what happens. In better news, though, Machado McGregor has completed his drug test failure suspension after beating Rex Richards. He popped for drugs, recreational drugs, just for fun. But he is still under contract with the UFC. We will see if they get him a fight here soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Kinky for K1 Heroes Forces of Nature 12. I love my Dennis Kang versus Mar Suloev. We are here for the very first fight on the card. Grease Kunis versus Francis Ngannou. The Onion versus the Predator. Kunis is 5-3. Ngannou is 2-1. 7 years older, 1 inch taller, and 19 pounds heavier. I'm bad at math. Germany versus France. We're in World War III here in Japan. Muay Thai for Grease Kunis. Boxing base for Francis Ngannou. Minus 110 for Grease Kunis. Very, very even. Let's see how the 2 guys can slug it out. Here we go. 2 men touching gloves now. Coming together to strike. Ngannou misses the left jab and hits a right hand. Brace jabs and a roundhouse kick to the body. Ngannou hits with the right cross. Kunis wants to wrestle. Straight right, though. Kunis clinches. Tries for the takedown now. Ngannou can't stop it. Gives up side control. Kunis goes for the armbar. Ngannou says no. Tries to transition to guard, but can't get there. Couple punches there. Ngannou trying to guard again. Arm triangle now. Ngannou defends himself well. Kunis definitely hunting submissions here, but maybe tiring himself out a little bit. Tries for the Americana now. He gets it! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Grease Kunis locks in the Americana, and Francis Ngannou has to tap. Simple enough for Grease Kunis. Takes a couple of jabs, and that's about it. They'll be ready to fight again in no time. Congratulations to Grease Kunis. Moves to 6-3 in his career. This is his 6th fight with K1 Heroes and brings himself up to 3-3. So we'll see if they decide to renew his contract. Hopefully they do. He's fought some absolute killers, so I think he should get another chance here. Bunch of news this week. Machado McGregor has been booked to face Krzysztof Sozinski. 23-5 Polish heavyweight. Actually a ranked light heavyweight, but fighting up. Hasn't really fought anyone we know. Maybe just trying his hand at heavyweight. We'll see. That will be at UFC 148 in July. See that one in the next episode, where the Trilogy bout versus Cub Swanson versus Uriah Faber be fighting. I love the universe where Cub Swanson is a featherweight champion. That makes me very happy. Billy Willie has left Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and joined the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. His new teammates are people like Anthony Pettis, Gray Maynard, and Luke Rockhold temporarily. So that's pretty cool. Jake Shields, you. And Alex O'Reilly has joined Wolfslayer Academy. He re-signed with UFC, joined the Wolfslayer Academy. Only one trainer there. So, not sure what the thought process is there, but hey, could focus all their energy on Alex O'Reilly. Bit of news here. Ron Francis Jr. has been booked to face former UFC heavyweight champion Tim Sylvia at Pride 98 in October. Coming off he's on a 2-fight win streak. Sylvia is. Ron Francis Jr. Yeah, you would have hoped he would get a title shot after this 7-fight winning streak. But I guess that's just not enough in Pride. I don't know. Regardless, Pride 98 will be those two facing off with each other in the co-main event of the evening. Never fought before, but like Ron Francis Jr. is the 3rd ranked heavyweight in the world. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Pride? All right, and as we begin May, we got news. Bobby Braxton will be facing Mark Hunt at K1 Hero 62. That is the title fight we were looking for. That's going to be a banger. Mark Hunt was submitted by Bobby Braxton back in 2012. So 5 years later, in June, they will be facing off again. Sweet. Very even fight, apparently. Yeah, that's going to be an absolute banger. Great fight there. Very much. I'm sorry, did I just see Khabib versus Conor on the mid-card of a K1 Heroes fight? And Khabib is 12-4, lost to Cowboy Cerrone and BJ Penn twice. Oh, God bless WMMA. What a show. But that is all we've got time for. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming. Like I said, I'm back. And I filmed another episode, so I hope you are enjoying it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.